Okay, let's do this. So this is my new 2012 Chevy Cruze. And I paid like $1,200 for it. Pretty good. AC works. It's a stick shift, 6-speed. That's pretty cool. And that's about the end of the cool stuff.
Hey, it's got a turbo.
It does have a turbo. It makes tiny little turbo noises if you floor it really hard. 1.4 liter. So like motorcycles have bigger engines. So far it's used half a tank, which is like 6 gallons, and it's gone over 200 miles. So it's like 40 miles a gallon or something like that. Pretty cool.
Roughly.
So anyway, pretty standard stuff here. You'll notice I have the radiator cap off. We're going to come back to that. Alright, real quick, this is not a full review. We're just checking this one out specifically. So I guess come on in here. Steering wheel's got a lot of wear on it. Normal radio, just stick shift, nothing weird. Just it's dirty.
6 speed.
Yeah, this part's pretty funny. I was just innocently going to like look at the fuse panel, just checking things out, and I left this here for several days just because I wanted to show it off. There was a Rice Krispie treat fully packaged in here. It's even the Valentine's Day one.
What?
Yeah. Snacks. I ain't eating it. Literally snacks. Baby seat. It did come with a bouncy ball. The car, not the baby seat. Down there hiding. Sweet, right?
All sorts of fun trinkets.
I know. Snacks and toys. What more do you want?
Exactly.
Pretty standard trunk. This is actually just some litter I picked up off the road. Some farmer dropped it or something in the back of the truck. Some pesticides or something. Anyway.
Are you being responsible?
I know. It was just... I'll get rid of this pesticide. Anyway, this thing didn't even have...
Moly.
Yeah, it didn't even have a spare tire in it. It's an inflator kit.
What?
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, the slime in the inflator kit, you don't get a spare tire because... I mean, which is kind of fair. I mean, tires don't really go bad all that often, but still kind of concerning. Oh well.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, something else I didn't know about this car is I had to look up where the trunk button was, and it doesn't have a key. And
Yeah.
so, like, for the longest time, I was, like, shutting the car off to use the key fob to open the trunk because it won't open when it's running. So, whenever the car's unlocked, there's just a button back here that just opens it.
Huh.
And so, this is what happens when you jump 40 years in car technology driving the crap that I normally drive to this thing. So, things have changed a little bit. This is my least favorite part about the whole car. The gas door being on the passenger side. Any car company that does that, you should be ashamed of yourself. New Edge Mustangs, I'm looking at you. The wheels look like they belong on a Chrysler 200. The injection is loud.
Hey, it's not, you know the injectors are working.
I got this car pretty cheap because it was advertised as needing a head gasket. I have done this test already, but I'm going to do it again just to show you how it works. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. So we're going to use a vacuum source first of all. Right here, this is the purge solenoid for the that didn't make sense. This is the purge solenoid for the evaporative emission system. So we're going to use that as a vacuum source because it has full manifold vacuum. You'll see the engine will almost die when I pull it off.
Watch it just die.
It might, because it's a pretty big vacuum leak. Kind of like that.
So it died.
Yep. You can hear that thing burbling, so that's, obviously not good. But anyway, I believe this is actually out of a different kit, but anything you can kind of use just to seal. Just gonna put this hose in here. Okay. And from doing this in prior tests, I found out that when I had this fully in here, it was pulling too much vacuum through it, and it was getting this liquid out of this thing and just eating it through the engine. So we're going to just kind of just barely pull a vacuum on it because we need air to go through it, but we don't need the liquid to go through the hose and be eaten by the engine. So this first line right here, I'm going to fill this up with this special blue liquid. And it reacts with the exhaust gases, I think specifically the CO2. I could be wrong, but basically it reacts with the exhaust gases and it turns yellow if there's a head gasket leak. Now, if it stays blue, that doesn't mean that there isn't a head gasket leak. It just means that it isn't enough to turn the fluid yellow. But if it turns yellow, it is guaranteed nothing else causes it. So we're going to put this right in the cooling system here. We're going to make sure we don't suck coolant up into this because it'll contaminate the fluid and ruin your test. Now we're just going to kind of get this to the point where it bubbles a little bit. Maybe I'll give her some revs here. And
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I like how even at 5, it sounds like it's at 4. Like, and I mean like 4, not 4,000. We might have to drive this and come back. Is it just me, or is the fluid getting a little bit lighter in color now?
That's what I was thinking. Ever so slightly.
This is stupid.
It's definitely a different shade of blue.
It is getting lighter.
Oh, I guess you can see it, can't you?
Oh yeah.
The camera doesn't pick it up very well, but it is slightly lighter and less blue and more like.
Yeah, it is changing colors. It is a little bit less. All right, let's leave this. Let's just put this cap on like that. That ain't gonna hold the pressure. Let's go for a drive. Get it really good and active and everything. We'll come back and do this again. What is this? The little trees, black ice. Okay, fun fact about me. I cannot smell these. The black ice ones, I cannot smell them. They are odorless to me. So, is it still good? Can you smell it?
I mean, very little.
Because I just cannot smell the black ice. It's like kryptonite to me or something. I don't know. But this is an absolute gem. And I have 2 of them. And this one's sun faded. I don't care about either one.
Don't let them think they came with the car. You definitely bought those on your own.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I don't even know where you buy that. Oh, you know what? It might move better if I put the brake down.
Yeah, probably.
Engine doesn't have power to move the brake. Internet spec was like 134 horsepower or something like that.
The block just pinched my arm.
You got your hairs.
Yeah, like literally. What the
What's even more fun is that it has a shift light, but it only comes on if you're like cruising between like 1500 and 2000 and like part throttle, because it wants you to have best fuel economy.
That's sad.
It's pretty funny. It's got weird clunks and bangs and rattles and things, but hard to explain. I have no idea what that noise is. First and
Straight
second.
cut gears.
That's what it sounds like. Then you go to 3rd, and it's fine. It sounds like straight cut gears, but I'm pretty sure that it's not supposed to have that. I just need to look it up, but it's weird. We're looking. That was really slow.
That's 40 miles.
There's more gear whine than there is turbo noise.
Don't let them know.
That was actually the hardest I've driven it since I bought it. That'd be nice too.
Downshift was violent.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. The electronic throttle is so hard to drive a stick smoothly.
Oh, I bet.
It doesn't do what you want it to do, like, because you...
When you want it.
Yeah, because I want it right now. Like, I pushed it down and then shifted it and dumped the clutch out of it, and then it didn't, like, the RPMs weren't there, so it started stuttering. But it's irritating, is what it is. Makes you seem like a bad driver when in reality GM sucks at making cars.
Yeah. Careful, you're gonna make the Chevy fanboys upset.
Dude, don't get me wrong, I like my Chevy cars, but like, gosh dang it, the throttle lag needs to stop. I don't give a crap about your emissions. It gets 40 miles a gallon, for God's sakes, we can have snappy throttle, it's fine.
Yeah, just like pin the throttle real quick.
That's it.
Wow, it did nothing.
Well, I'm also in 6th gear, so this is 3, oh crap.
Well, no, I'm saying like see the throttle response just like tap.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay, how do I turn the dome lights on this thing? There we go. Okay.
That is sad.
Didn't even react to it. Okay. Okay, let's put it back in gear. Go. Okay. I guess we'll just stop here. Oh, engine overheated. Okay, got it. Oh, because the cap's not on, so it's boiling. We gotta put the cap back on.
The cap is on.
Yeah, but it wasn't tight. I thought about that. There's still coolant in it, so hopefully that will just cool back down. Okay. I like how it says overheated, like past tense, instead of like overheating.
The engine is beyond repair.
It might be, too. It also didn't smell hot, so it's probably just a sensor having a stroke, honestly. Yeah. There it was. Yep, an air pocket came down immediately. Alright, perfect. Let's do a run. I told you it was a pocket. Alright.
You actually gonna do a 0 to 60?
Oh, yeah. So no burnouts, but okay. It's floored, dude. That was 6,000 all the way to 350 and 60. You know what? Honestly, I've driven slower cars. In all reality of it. Have you ever driven a smart car? Oh my goodness!
I've driven a Prius, dude.
Oh, dude, a Prius would probably outrun this, honestly.
No.
AC off due to high engine temp. It was already off. Why would you tell me that? It's back to overheating again. Engine power is reduced. Reduced by how much? It didn't make any before. Okay, this is gonna be really, really dumb, but we're gonna do it. Okay, perfect. And this is why we don't actually like do this and stand next to it.
Hey, look, the coolant's back.
Yeah. We probably actually lost more than I think driving out on the road. Look at its steam though.
It has a color to it.
Yeah. I like how the fan's still running as if it's gonna help.
Oh, it's moving air. It's cooling that big old turbo off.
That is doing.
It's definitely gonna turn yellow now.
It's okay, fan. You can turn off now. It's not gonna help, I promise.
Oh.
Okay. Try it again. Finally.
It's yellow.
And it's on a lit mode.
There you
Okay.
go. It's fixed.
All right.
Let's drive it again.
Well, genuine diagnostic technique. It was interesting that it didn't show up when I first started it. We had to drive it for a little bit, get it running to get it to show up. So, a little cool little information there. Now when you're done with this, you can use it as Roundup. Kill your plants.
I feel like we might be targeted now by people that are way above our league.
Probably. Was talking about that radiator cap not being on. It totally blew a bunch of stuff out while we were driving because it's, you know, flowing out all through the rim and there's coolant sitting at the bottom of the wheel now.
Snacks.
Yeah, more snacks. Lots of snacks.